be. My name's Ben Moseby. Thanks for joining us for our second show of the day, which is Essentials Corner. I feel like a bit of a proud parent with this show because this one was born out of Beautiful Beginnings. It used to be a little section that we did in Beautiful Beginnings at the end of the show, and now it has its own little show. And essentially, this show is all about bringing you hints, tips and ideas on lots of essentials. So across this show, we've got nesting dies, we've got the Chameleon ink pads for you, we've got today's highlight deal as well, which is the tag dies. Those are coming up for you. But at the end of this show, sorry, I'm doing the same as I did yesterday. I'm sucking on a Strepsil. I'm still struggling a bit with the old cold, so you'll forgive me. I couldn't quite finish the old Strepsil, so that's why I'm at the end of the show, we will be heading to the Essentials Corner to answer your questions. And I believe already, and this bodes well, we have 5 questions lined up, which we can put to Leann. Any questions that you want to ask, anything that you're stuck on currently, any crafty conundrums, you're stuck on glue, you're not sure what pen does what, which ink pad you should be using here, which cardstock to be using there. All those kind of questions and more we want, please. And we'll do those towards the end of the show. Also today, just to say, so we can keep up with this, it is the 14th of January, National Dress Your Pet Up Day. We had a few, I was a bit disappointed, I've got to be honest, I'm a bit disappointed because we had a few pictures in earlier on, but not as many as I thought we would when it was all about dressing up your pet. I mean, we want more pictures really, like this that Pamela sent me in the break of her sausage dog in a balaclava.
That's a crocheted balaclava.
Well, exactly right.
It's a granny squared.
Yes.
Is it National Granny Square Day tomorrow?
Is it? Have you just made that up?
No, there is a National Granny Square Day.
Really?
Yeah, and I think I remembered it was on my birthday last year. Well,
it should be. If it was going to be any day, it should be on your birthday.
I might be wrong, but there is a National Granny Square Day. I don't know what day it is tomorrow.
Oh, August the 15th.
That's what it is. August the 15th, my wedding anniversary.
Ah.
I knew it was something.
Granny Square Day.
Granny Square Day.
And this is my favourite picture so far from Pamela. This is her grand dog. There's no name of the dog, but he is dressed up as, well, I don't need to tell you because you'll be able to guess. This is a brilliant, brilliant picture.
Oh.
It's Harry Potter.
Harry Potter, Harry Barker. Oh, that's absolutely fabulous.
Look at his face.
I don't think he's very pleased with the outfit.
He doesn't look massively impressed, does he?
He doesn't look very happy with the event. No.
But it's a great pic.
You're a wizard, Harry.
You're a wizard, doggy. So, more pictures, please, of your dogs in costumes. As you can see, I said dogs tonight. Any pets, cats, rabbits, tortoises, lizards.
Guinea pigs, please.
Guinea pigs.
Yeah, please.
Budgies.
I love a budgie.
Ferrets.
Hamsters.
Yeah.
Rabbits.
Mice.
Mice. Whatever you've got. I want to see pets and tutus.
And I want to see chihuahuas in cars. Yeah, because I watch Dogs Behaving Very Badly on Channel 5. It was on last night.
Oh, I love it.
There's been a couple of episodes where there's normally the smaller dogs where people do dress them up, and then the dogs become quite spoilt, don't they? And there was this one particular episode where this lady, I'm not even joking, she spent about £20,000.
I've seen that one.
On dress up for a chihuahua.
Yeah. And
one of the things she'd bought it was this big pink truck, remote control.
Yeah.
And she'd put it in a tutu and a headband and then drive it around the neighbourhood, and it would just sit in this
Sit and look
car
at everybody. No, wasn't getting much exercise, was it?
No. And it was barking at everyone as well.
Yeah.
Thinking it was
Who are you?
Yeah, small dog syndrome. So yeah, if you've got any pictures like that, that'd be great. Leann is here. And yeah, we're going to have a bit of a play in this show, really, aren't we? And hopefully tackle any crafty conundrums that people might have.
Yeah. Do whatever you want. I'll be a bit status quo today. Whatever you want.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Whatever you like.
Ba-bum, ba-bum. Whatever you say, you pay your money, you take your choice. Do whatever you need. All right. Better stop singing. There's a few important people walking around today. That should be very professional today. Very professional. Get your questions in, as per usual. The quicker you get your questions in, the more chance you've got on being answered at the end of the show. But if there's any questions pertaining to things that we are showing, then feel free to get those in and we'll do those as we go. But any general sort of crafty conundrums, you can send those through. We've got Jan on the socials for this one. Jay Pressy is in Philadelphia. Jonelle is in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. And Pat says, "G'day to Ben, Leann and everyone from McCall, New Jersey. Happy to be on a Facebook to chat. I'm looking forward to the show." If you are Facebookers, by the way, and you're wondering how to get over onto YouTube, I will make good on that promise and pop something up on my Facebook page soon. It's really simple to get over onto YouTube to watch the other shows. Just literally wherever you get YouTube, whether it's on your tablet, whether it is on your TV. If you're in the UK now as well, if you've got a Skybox, you've got the YouTube app there. Simply click it up, type in Crafters TV or Crafters Companion TV, and you'll see our little logo there. You click on it, and then you can come in. You can be notified when shows go live. You can subscribe to the page, if I can say it. You can check shows back from, well, the day dot. And that's the thing to do. If you want more information, hit me up and I will tell you. Nicola is in. Lois is in Ohio. Jeffrey is in. Saying hello, happy hump day to Ben, Leann and the most fantastic CTV crew. Trudy says hello. Sorry if I'm holding my nose, I'm just holding it a sneeze. And Calista Walter says good morning, everybody. Right, I'm still struggling a bit, but I'm a brave old soldier. I'm fine. Don't you worry about me. I'm as tough as they come. These are all individuals, UK and US, that are nesting dies that we brought to you at birthday. The most popular launch that we had, I think everybody had been asking for these. These were the ones, Leann, weren't they, that people had asked for ages and ages and ages, and then we finally delivered, and they sold out, I think, in about a minute on birthday, if that's correct?
It was very quick. It was very, very quick. Like blink and you missed them, and you absolutely loved them. And we devised together this little storage solution.
I didn't see this.
On air, yeah. So all I did was take a magnetic panel and cut it in half.
So the largest one is 8 inches, right?
The largest one is 8 inches, and you've got 30 nesting dies in this set. And so you can see you've got all of those there. So I cut a magnetic panel in half.
Right.
And then with having them half off there, it makes it very easy to select the one that you want to take out and cut, and then be able to put it back. So it just is a very, very easy way of keeping them stored. So if you have got a magnetic panel, then that's what I would suggest. But I mean, look, they're as big as my head.
They are as big as your head.
Look. As big as my head. They're so useful and so good, Ben. These are great for scrapbooking, to do lovely circular frames. They're great for concept cards. They're brilliant for apertures. They're brilliant for shaped cards and circle cards, kinetic cards. They're brilliant for so many different things. Home decor, brilliant tissue paper baubles for Christmas, tissue paper flowers. There are so many different things you can do with these. A die set this size, when they start 8 inches, is going to be the absolute workhorse that you need in your life.
And I always get confused, but the increments these come down in, is it 1/4 of an inch increment?
Yes, 1/4 of an inch. Now, that is the unique thing about these, because usually when you get a set of nesting dies, you would get, they would be in half an inch increments, because of the amount of space you need to be able to cut in between when you're cutting them out of the base sheet of metal. But we've worked with our manufacturer, and we managed to get an 8-inch die all the way down to a 1-inch die in 1/4 of an inch increments. So as you can see on that board that you've got there, Ben, it makes it look that they're tiny little increments, and every one of those white or black ever decreasing circles is an actual die. 30 dies in this collection.
And do you know what? I think we've got 3 lots for you. So we've got the circle, we've got the oval and the square. And I can understand where you might go, oh, squares, well, I can do squares quite accurately and cut those quite accurately on my guillotine. And if that's you, then brilliant, thumbs up to you. But how are you going to do these accurately? I mean, you're just not, are you, without them?
Absolutely or not. But actually, if we just look at this example that I've got with the square nesting dies, you'll see, yes, you might be able to cut a square accurately, but when are you going to be able to cut this aperture 100% perfect with a craft knife? I know I'm not.
No.
Now, I would love to be able to. I'd love to be able to be that person. It's just not my skill set. But not only that, I'm not going to be able to cut that aperture in there, but look, get this perfect 1/4 of an inch paper frame to go in between the white cardstock to give you that 4-frame look where it is absolutely pristine. You haven't gone over an edge. There's no little donkey's back legs in there. It's just absolutely accurate. So this bit here, your matting and layering, if you can do that, then, you know, hats off to you.
Yeah.
But then these layers down here, this is where, when it starts to get really conceptual, multi-layered, framed, then it becomes really important to have your square nesting die.
Take your pick, but listen, it's going to give you precision It's going to save you time, and I think it's just going to make life a whole lot easier for you. They're all available as individual bundles. So there's your 8-inch circles, obviously going down to the 1-inch. So 30 dies in total there, $19.99 or $23.96. Same with the ovals. Again, starting off at that largest size, 8-inch ovals. And again, great for making your mats and layers, your concept cards, your kinetic cards, great for cutting your apertures with as well. Just sets that you absolutely need to have in your life if you haven't got them. $15.99 for your ovals or $19.96. And then the squares. And like we were saying, yes, you can cut these, but it's just going to make life so easy for you and make every single mat and layer that you do, every single card blank that you make so much more precise when you're using these. $19.99 or $23.96 for your squares. We do have the rectangles available for you as well. I don't have the boards to show you, unfortunately, for the rectangles, but you know what a rectangle looks like. They are on the shop today, and you can pick all of these up individually. I would say if you haven't got them, you will thank yourself for doing so when you grab them today. The rectangles are at $15.99 or $19.96. Good afternoon, Kirsty D, who's been loitering in the background. Hi to Mary Shaw, Deborah Pleasant in Defiance, Ohio. That's a good place name as well, Defiance. Nicola Hurton says it's freezing here in England. I would say it's slightly warmer here today, actually, but still cold. Alison's in. Alison Mason. Debbie Swanson is in Ridgefield, Washington. Shirley Nugent says good afternoon. And hello to Suzanne Ware, who joins us in Broken Arrow, the place which started the conversation on yesterday's 60-minute deal show. Oval details on your screen. Got some samples with these to show you the kind of things and inspiration that you can do. Because Sarah described these on birthday. It always sticks in my mind. She said, it was along the lines of, and I might misquote her a little bit, she said, the most essential but boringest, I think she said, launch of birthday.
Yeah.
And I take her point on that, because we had some all singing, all dancing collections, and you look at these and go, ooh, but they're so essential, aren't they?
Oh, well, that's why they were one of the fastest to sell out in the whole of the birthday event, because all of you know just how useful they are. As you can see here, we've done this diorama card with the ovals.
Wow, yeah.
Cut the aperture, but then done the multiple layers of different colour of frame, so you can get that there. And then you can see inside, and I'm just going to tip this up and show you. Look at the size of that decorative panel we've got in there, with ever decreasing ovals. If I just do that, you can see ever decreasing ovals to make that beautiful pop out almost plaque to display that beautiful butterfly. And that could be done with the squares, the ovals, the circles, the rectangles. You have got 30 nesting dies in the square and the rectangle. And in the oval, you've got 24, and in the circle, you've got 20. Oh, no, hang on, you've got the circle, you've got, hang on, 30 in the square, 25 in the rectangle, 24 in the oval, and 30 in the circle. Nesting dies, ever decreasing 1/4 inch. You will not regret this, because everybody who bought them in birthday week, lots of you have been back in touch to say, they're so useful. Yeah. Can I have them again, please, with a stitched edge? Can you do that exact set of dies again, but do them with a stitched edge, not with a plain edge? Because they love them so much. And you will not regret, because they're just very, very useful.
Get those questions in. Already 15 minutes into the show. Essentials Corner is coming. Welcome Facebook, by the way. Loads and loads of you on the Facebook page, which is fabulous. The collection highlight that we did earlier on this morning on Crafters Connect was the stitched edge nesting dies. And these were brilliant again. Launched to much fanfare. Everybody loved them. And I love the projects that you were seeing earlier on this morning. Leann just showing you actually, yes, you're going to use these, for example, the tags as tags, but of course you can use them to cut out and make your card shapes with as well, which we did a little bit earlier on, so you can go back and watch that show from earlier. These have got all that beautiful stitch detailing in too, and I love the fact, again, Leann earlier on was showing you how if you just take a fine art liner on a biro, in this case in the earlier show, just to punch out that detail a little bit more, makes it look like those stitched edges had been threaded as well. Super to have all the different sizes in here and all of the different designs. The stitched edge arches I think are incredible. We'll show you some finished samples with this. It makes me laugh because these are fantastic. Again, if you've loved working with the cloche die recently, you can create your cloche scenes with these as well. One of the best samples we've got over there, I can barely talk about, but you'll see it in a minute with Leann, where our Nicole Broderick made these into ice lollies. Then you've got your pennants in there too, again coming down in decreasing sizes. Great again if you just want to multi-cut these in different colours. stick them on top of each other after a little bit of matching and layering, add a sentiment, you know, maybe a little floral swag on that. You've made a beautiful card. And I noticed that on the back of a lot of the cards that you see over there, they look the absolute bee's knees. They look so professional. But when you've got sets like this, you're just multi-cutting these in different colours, layering on top of each other. Like this, for example, you could have that, couldn't you, on your rectangular card blank, cut all of these out in different colours. Here, stamp a sentiment or, you know, die cut a sentiment out. Debbie Robinson's With Love in the middle. Bam, beautiful card done in next to no time, looks super professional. You don't need to be next level crafted to do it. That's what these afford you to do. And then you've also got your beautiful stitched edge scallop circle. And again, there's a couple of lovely samples with this, which we'll just see in a few moments time. I think it's a really good deal again on this one. Normally £50, $65. $38.40 is your platinum price on this today if you're in the UK, and we're just under $50 as well. If you are in the US and platinum. Fire those questions in. I will just touch base with Jan and see how we're doing. But yeah, we're going to go into Essentials Corner about half an hour's time. But let's have a look at some of the finished samples here, because these are, again, aren't they, Leanne, a really great set of dies to have in your crafty armoury. Yeah,
they really are. It's just one of those workhorses that you'll reach for every time you craft. If anybody says to me, I'm a new crafter, what do I need to invest in? I say a really good paper trimmer, a really good pair of scissors, some good quality cardstock, good quality glue, and the best machine you can afford, and a couple of sets of nesting dies. And that's it.
You're good to go.
You're good to go. Because you have then the ability to cut and make and glue all of the different projects that we're showing, then you just need to choose the decorative pieces that you want yourself in different colours or paper or what have you. But in terms of a basic kit, that's what you need.
Yeah.
And always a couple of sets of nesting dies. This is the little easel card I made this morning with the tag nesting die. You can see there, and I used the smallest die, the largest die for the card base, the smallest die for the little easel stopper you can see there. And I cut through 2 layers of card to make the shaped card base the same as that. And it really is, watch that show back if you're interested, very, very simple to do. And then I just used a biro and went round in between the little stitches, the stitch edges, and it really does make it look stitched. It looks like there's thread running through when you just run your pen along, so that in between those little holes, and it's very quick and easy to do, and it gives you that lovely 4-stitched look if you'd like to do that. But look, you can use them to do many, many different things. Here's one of the rectangle ones. Because the rectangle ones look like baking trays, we used them with the toppers that we did from our baking set, and these little cookies on here with a baking wish, which is gorgeous. Then we've got them used in a different way, which I love. Look, they've been cut, but cut off at the end, cute as a button for a baby card, so it's off the side of the card, lots of different colours there. It's beautiful. This, I would say, is a traditional way of using nesting dies, where you've got ever decreasing sizes in pattern and plain, and then a little sentiment in the centre. Beautiful use of the pennant dies there, especially with some gorgeous foliage and a little happy birthday top at the top. And look how beautiful that is, and all you need is a small piece of pattern paper, some different colours of cardstock to mat and lay different shapes up, lay them on top of each other, a little bit of foliage of sentiment, and you're done, and it looks absolutely classy and elegant. Your favourite, where Nicole's used Nicole's used the arches and then just freehand cut the little drips on the lollipops to get the little fab lollies there, which is fabulous. It's gone. And this one I absolutely love, where we've used I think this was Lunar Blooms, where we used that beautiful Lunar Blooms and the damask pad to create this incredible diorama card where the oval cuts in, and then we're using each layer of oval to stick another little bit of scenery, so it all floats inside there and looks absolutely incredible. We've got two the same. And then the good thing with those on the back with those ovals is, look, we've used it as a tag on the back so you can write your message if you're gifting this to someone. This I love because, again, just using a very traditional way of using nesting dies. 2 different sets being used there. You can see we've got postage tag at the bottom there, and then you've got the ovals. And again, it shows you just using some different colours of cardstock in contrast, layering a few of those layers up and then popping a little topper of sentiment on. You get a card concept immediately. This I adore, because look at how eclectic this is. This is using the smallest ones from the little tag collection. And we've laid a big tag at the bottom, then a smaller one here and a smaller one here and the two little ones, so that they've all got that lovely little framed approach, but they all match and you've got something different in each space. A clever use of nesting and coloured card looks like you've thought about that forever, but actually would come together very easily for you.
Yeah.
And then we've got this little tag brag book for Nan, which I love. And I talked you through how to do this morning as well, where you're just going to cut the tags, hinge a bit of card in the centre to make this great little space to pop in all of the photographs that you want to brag about. Keep it in your handbag, make one for Nan, take it out with her when she goes to the coffee club or the crochet club or wherever. She's going to say, how are the grandkids getting on? She'll let me show you.
Yeah,
Get a little brag book out. Let me show you how my grandkids are getting on. And look at that little cutie patootie.
Aww.
She's gorgeous, isn't she?
With a tutu.
Live with a tutu.
You want a tutu?
Oh, I love tutus. I want a giant tutu, you know.
What, for you?
Yeah, for me.
I can imagine you in a tutu.
I really want a tutu. I think I might look like Dawn French. You know, in the Dibbly Dibbly where she's on with Darcy Bustle and she's stamping about. I might
Maybe you'll get one for your birthday.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
Did someone get Leann a tutu? It's her birthday tomorrow.
Doubt it.
Text us in a tutu. I can imagine you. Fish and chips. Doing a little...
Oh, fish and chips and tutus.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm up for that if Debbie is.
Little bit of, I don't know, Swan Lake or something going on. I was fortunate enough this pack to get the 8-inch dies during birthday week, and it will definitely be saving me a lot of time as I try to scrapbook, get one done for my daughter's birthday in February. Absolutely time saver, and you'll have the precision as well. These dies are a must for crafters, says Shirley. Mine I use all the time. Cars joins us in Devon. It's freezing in Devon. Cars, where are you in Devon? Let me know. I'm at Devon Bay. Hi also to Faye, who says hello everyone, listening in whilst I reorganise my craft room. Diane Hack says good morning from New Hampshire. And Alison Mason says, Ben, just to let you know, oh yes, because your mum was having a scan yesterday, wasn't she? Just to let you know, everything is good with my mum. Well, that is great news. You say they thought she had a blood clot on her lung, but thankfully just some inflammation. So we're delighted that she's better than you thought, Alison.
We are.
That's good news, really good news. Alcha joins us as well. Hello, Alcha, hoi hoi. And Mary Beth says, good morning, everyone from Minnesota. I'm going to talk quickly because this was one of the first questions we had. I've just seen from Jan, we've got 6 questions for later on. We need a few more, please. Any crafty conundrums you've got, fire in. This is on a great deal just for our US friends. It's the large guillotine. $47.99 is the platinum price on this. This is one of our sort of best sellers of the day, which we brought to you. You've seen this so many times, and if you haven't yet got it, let us know why you haven't yet got it, because it is one of the sharpest in the biz. You're going to get precision cuts each and every time that you use it, whether you're left-handed or right-handed. It has been made for you. You've got imperial and metric measurements, and the genius thing about this, what everybody talks about, is that integrated scoreboard as well. And we showed you this in quite a lot of detail a little bit earlier on. You can obviously score with this and cut at the same time, and you've got that bigger cutting capacity with this as well, because you have got your arm or leg with a little foot that comes down, so you can cut your 12 by 12 pieces of cardstock and paper with this as well. We just thought we'd bring this back in because we did have a question earlier on from somebody, Leann, wanting to know how we go about, because obviously you've got a lovely smooth action with your blade here, but over time, as you were describing, you know, that can become a little bit loose. How do we go about tightening it? Someone was asking earlier on.
Very, very easy. So when we designed this, I was very specific, because guillotines, doesn't matter how brilliant you make the guillotine, it's impossible to make it where eventually this might not get a little bit loose because you're doing this all the time. So I wanted to make sure that it was very easy for you to be able to retighten it and keep it safe, and also keep the cut nice and straight as well, because if you've got a loose arm on your guillotine, it might be that you're not getting that very straight line. You've got a bit of a donkey's back leg happening. So if that does happen, it's so easy to do. You simply take a spanner sized to these 2 nuts here, and you just tighten those up a little bit until you're comfortable with the resistance on your handle.
Yeah.
Once you've tightened them, what I want you to do when you're comfortable, when I say resistance, how difficult it is to lift, how difficult it is to push down. And it shouldn't be difficult at all, but the handle should be freestanding. So if you're pushing your handle up and it's chopping back down, that's not safe.
No.
So your handle needs to be self-supporting, and you need to tighten those nuts until your handle is self-supporting, if that's what's happened. it's just use over time. When you've owned it for a long time, that is going to happen. The next thing you're going to do when you've done that, just to check you've got it at its optimum tightness, is to take a piece of cardstock, not a beautiful, pristine 12-inch piece like I've got here, and then you're going to cut a fly's eyelash.
Right.
Okay, so you're going to cut a thin slither of card. Make sure that it's buttered right up to the top line, and then in a smooth movement, chop down. When you've done that, you're going to take your piece and you're going to put the edges together to make sure that they're the same at either side. And that lets you know that you have cut a very lovely straight piece of cardstock on your guillotine.
There you go. It's Cara, Ben. I'm from Plymouth. Oh, Cara, YouTube changed my name. YouTube have been doing that a lot recently, haven't they, changing people's names? It's good to have you with us. Get the questions in. I think we're still on 6 for just a little bit, so any more questions, conundrum, doesn't have to be about things on the show. It can be anything that you're stuck on. It's always good at this point because we like to kind of revisit things like glues and pens and ink pads and cardstock. Those are the usual ones which come up, and I think it's great. I enjoy it when we have those sessions as well because it refreshes my memory on things which you think, oh yeah, I've forgotten about that. So feel free to ask. 7 questions now, and don't worry about asking a question that you might think is, you know, super simple, because we need those questions as well, because we all start somewhere. Wendy in Hampshire says, hello everyone. Sorry I'm a bit late. I watch back later on. Yeah, some fantastic shows to watch back. Show after this at 4, by the way, is Masterclass with the Gilded Age collection. So if you've already got your Gilded Age and you're looking for some ideas and inspiration with that, we'll have a play. And then tonight we have got Team Treasures, where we are going to be bringing you some of the best deals from recent times, some of my favourites, some of Leann's favourites as well. Everything from the day is over on the website for you. It's quite handy now, actually, because what we've done on the homepage is put the Shop the Day button there in full plain view for you. So you don't have to go searching around and going, oh, where's this and that other bit, piece and that sort of. It's one click on the homepage. You'll see everything that is available to you. Obviously, it will differ from country to country, but you click on your country's page, you'll see everything there. Hi, Mary Stewart as well. He says, hi to Ben and Leann. I'm back from me Holly Bobs. Oh, where did you go, Mary? Let us know, where have you been? Wish I'd been on Ollie Bob's. Weather's horrible at the minute, isn't it? We're nearly halfway through January, so that's the good news. I've missed you all over the holidays. Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, I remember Leann started them. Oh yeah, birthdays, you know, 15th. That's miles away. We're nearly there now. Nearly there. We're going to have a look at something with Leann, which we brought back earlier, which you hadn't seen for a while, and it's the most popular product of today. It is the Easy Mount clean mounting foam. Deep stocks on this. In both countries are £4.79 or $4.79. As I say, we brought this to Crafters TV for the first time just before Christmas. Very popular, and it's sold hugely today. I think for the fact, Leann, is the fact that you showed us how to use this a little bit earlier on. But if people have just joined us, have missed it, why is this proving so popular, and what is it? How do we use it?
It's absolutely incredible, and it's essential for revitalising your stamps or improving your stamped image, or just being able to professionalise the stamp result. So this was designed when, before acrylic stamps and polymer stamps were a big thing, when most stamps were rubber and were unmounted. So you would get your grey rubber stamp or your red rubber stamp, you'd stick it onto a piece of this, cut it out, and then you would use that with a block instead of them coming pre-wood mounted. That has then moved on where it's still incredibly useful, because if you've got some older acrylic stamps at home that perhaps have lost their cling a little bit, and you've washed them in washing up liquid several times and they're not quite clinging as they used to over time, maybe they're a few years old, same with your polymer stamps, if you've still got some unmounted rubber that you want to use, or if you've got some acrylic stamps that move a lot and you want them to keep their shape. This is brilliant, because what it does is create a cling surface for you. So mine's got a lump cut out because I did it earlier to show you. You'll get a full piece.
Yeah.
What you've got on the back here, on this side where the writing is a very sticky adhesive. Okay, very sticky adhesive. That gets stuck to the back of your stamp. On the opposite side of there, you've got a piece of, that's not sticky at all, but it's self-cling for your stamp. It's so good, which means I've got a set of acrylic stamps here, and I mounted this earlier and cut it out. So you can see I've got the non-sticky bit there, and then I've got my lovely acrylic stamp here. I can put this on a rocker block, and it will stay on there.
By the way, whilst you're putting that face, Ruth took some interesting pictures of us earlier on.
Did she?
As stills, and they're on my Instagram page now. I'll show you them later on.
I can't wait to see.
There's you like that.
Is that?
And me like that. Yeah.
That would be interesting. And you can't, it won't come off.
No.
So it stays there for you, and you can take it off and put it on as many times as you like. And if it does get a little bit mucky on the back, you just wipe it with a damp, soft cloth, and then it's back to clinging again. I've got some rubber mounted cling stamps, like we're using this product from about 20 years ago, and they still work absolutely perfectly.
Wow, okay.
So it's great for bringing your older stamp sets back to life if you're struggling to get them to stick to the blocks and you're having to use some double-sided tape or a bit of, you know, something else, glue, to keep them in place. Very easy to do. If I show you with this one again, shall I show you one more?
Yeah,
Would
I
you like
think
to see
so.
it again? So what I'm going to do with this now is look at how to position this. So I like to turn that over, and then I want to get maximum use out of it because I don't want to waste all of that lovely cling. So what I would do is just whirl it around and look what my minimum wastage is. And I can see, look, that curve, I'm going to waste very little
It's like
at
it
all.
was meant to be, that.
It's like, if I did it like this, I'm wasting
Yeah,
all
you're
of this,
missing
and
a
I'm
bit,
very
yeah.
frugal with it, Ben. So once I've worked out where my least amount of waste is going to be, I then take my scissors and I just go roughly around that shape, and that gives me the piece that I need to mount my stamp, and I've got all of the rest for later. Then I go to the sticky bit, that's this bit here, and the back of my stamp goes to the sticky bit. You can see it's really sticky, I'm grabbing on my fingers there. And then just line that up and pop it in place. Then when you've done that, you're just going to take your scissors and you're going to go closely, follow the line of the cut acrylic around. So you're going up to, but be careful you don't go into the stamp. You don't want to ruin it. If you get a little bit stuck on your scissors, if you're using your non-stick scissors like we've got, just peel it off. Oh, look how sticky it is.
Wow, it is.
It's so good. Honestly, it's so efficient.
Debbie's just said the Easy Mount was the first item I ever bought from CC, and it changed all of my rubber stamps with the mount. It was a long time ago, maybe 2018. So that shows you how good they are, doesn't it? What's that? It's 8 years ago. Wow,
it is brilliant. It is absolutely incredible. You see, all I'm doing is tracing around the stamp, just taking off close to the edge, but not cutting into the stamp itself. Clean it off your scissors, get rid of the little bits of waste, and you can see hardly anything wasted there, Ben, because I just cut out the bit that I needed and I traced around it. You would be tempted for cutting proper squares every time. Don't do this, be really random. You'll get so much more use out of the piece that you purchase. It's all about being frugal. And then once you've done that, you take off the back this piece, which is your self-cling piece, and that's the bit that's going to go onto your stamping block platform of choice. And once that's in place, one little push.
That face.
It's not coming off.
It's essential.
And then you can ink it up. Lots of light tapping. And the great thing about this is also you don't need a stamping, you know, the cushioned stamping mats we've got that we use with acrylic stamps, the purple one. Because you're putting a cushion on the back of this, it gives you a more even stamp. And so actually you can go straight onto a glass mat, a hard surface, and get an absolutely pristine stamped image time after time. And then you just give it a little clean, take it to whatever you're storing your stamp on, be it your acetate sheet or a stamping platform, and it's there and it's ready to go, and you can use it on and off as many times as you like, and it will absolutely revitalise all of the acrylic and polymer stamps that you've got at home.
We've got deeper stocks of this, so always feel free to buy as many as you want, but it is the most popular item of the day so far. Lots of people multi-ordering on that as well. £4.79 or dollars if you are platinum. Thank you to Ellen Quinn. He says, enjoy Edinburgh, Leanne. If you get a chance, jump on the train and visit, I'm going to say this wrong, Linlithgow.
Oh.
It's the birthplace of Mary, Queen of Scots.
Right.
Very historical, beautiful place with lots of little independent shops. Hardly any chain stores, and it's my hometown. You'd love it, says Ellen. So there's a little tip if you get time.
That sounds perfect. That sounds right up my street. I'll have a chat with Sean and I will try and do that.
Get it in the itinerary.
What was it called?
Linlithgow.
Linlithgow. Okay.
Okay.
Write it down.
And Mary Stewart says, oh, this was Mary who was away on holiday. She had 27 days on the Queen Mary 2. It was New York to the Caribbean to New York and then home.
Oh,
I mean, that doesn't sound too shabby, does it?
It doesn't sound shabby at all.
New York
the last
to the Caribbean.
The last time we went to Edinburgh, Sean and I, we stayed in Leith.
Ah, Sunshine on Leith.
Yeah, Sunshine on Leith, the Proclaimers, so good. And we went round the Royal Yacht Britannia and had scone and tea.
Lovely.
In the cafe. It's not a cafe. It's like a ballroom with a big white piano. Absolutely fabulous.
Wow.
And I absolutely loved it. Oh, it was fabulous. I could do it again. Shauna couldn't. She wasn't bothered.
No.
But I absolutely loved it.
How are you getting up there? Are you getting the train?
Yes.
Ah.
Yes, train ride. The train ride is beautiful because you go through Northumberland, you go right along the beautiful coastline.
Ah.
It's gorgeous. The dunes and the sea and the sky. Gorgeous.
Holy Island.
Yeah.
Is that like Lindisfarne as well and all that?
Yeah, Lindisfarne. You see all of that. It's fabulous.
Wow. I must do that sometime. Because the fact that we're Southerners and we have friends and family down in Devon and Cornwall, we always go south if we stay here. We never go that way. Because I hear Northumberland's absolutely beautiful.
Oh my God, have you not been?
Well, I mean, I've been in passing, but not for any sort of length of time.
You haven't been?
No.
Have you not been to Walkworth Beach with
Molly?
Molly Colley?
No.
Yeah.
Walkworth Beach?
You need to go to Walkworth Beach. It's
Walkworth.
Incredible. Oh my word. My husband and I always say when we retire, if we can, we will retire to Northumberland. Walkworth Beach is unspoilt, miles of white sand and dunes, and you hardly see another soul on it. Beadnell is also fabulous.
Beadnell?
Yeah, Beadnell is lovely.
Walkworth.
Alnmouth is fabulous. There are just so many gorgeous places up there. And what I love about Northumberland is you get the beach and the sea and the unspoiled white sand, and then you get the beautiful hills and greenery, and it's glorious.
Oh, Walkworth, as in
Walkworth.
W-A-R-K?
Yeah. What did you think I was?
Walk as in walk.
No. W-A-R-K Worth.
And there's a castle as well.
There is a castle. Walkworth Castle.
Wow, it does look pretty actually.
It's beautiful.
Right, I'm going to add that to my list. How far is that away from here? An hour?
From here, an hour. From my house, about 45 minutes. So from here, about an hour and 10.
Wow. Okay. Add it to the list. When it gets a bit nicer, though, you know. Hi to Sherlan. It says, OMG, that is amazing. I have some stamps that have lost their stickiness. Sherlan, there is your solution. That is your solution right there. Get it in your basket. And Shaddai says, good morning, Lord Ben and Queen Leann. Queen Leann, now this is an interesting one. Because, Leann, Shaddai says, you should wear your hair this way more often. Stunning, stunning, stunning. And what did you say this morning? I won't repeat it unless you want to...
Shall I share?
Yeah.
I said, do you know what, this morning it was so cold, I got in the shower and I thought, I'm not sticking my head under that faucet. So I just washed me and I left my hair and I stuck it up because it's a mess.
Well, Shaddai says you look stunning, stunning, stunning.
Well, Shaddai, thank you. That's very kind. I think I look horrific, horrific, horrific. But thank you.
I've got to say, when you came in this morning, I did think you looked. I mean, I always think you look great, but I did like the look. I did like your the jumper and the look and the hair.
presented this
Yeah,
morning.
I thought you looked great.
Well, thank you. That's really kind of everybody. Isn't it funny how sometimes the way you
Yeah.
think look the worst, everybody then goes, oh, you look lovely today. I don't know whether it's just because it's a change.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I just couldn't be bothered with the curly wig this morning. I had no energy to start tackling it.
No.
And I thought, I'm leaving it. Thank you.
It's a new look for your 40th birthday.
If only.
Yeah, 40.
Only. What does
What's,
Johnny say?
Essentials Corner question is, what happens to Leann's hair under the shower?
It goes incredibly flat, incredibly straight, and stuck to the scalp.
Right. And then as it dries, it just naturally just goes
It
like
just
that?
pings up, ping, ping. And here's the thing, right? So when it's dry, you know, you've seen me with here when it's down. It's about here, isn't it? The length, it's about there. When it's wet, it's how much it jumps up. So I've got to be really careful when I go to a hairdresser, because if they go, oh, you could do with a good trim, then I end up with curly helmet. Because it all bounces up.
You don't want a curly helmet.
You don't, a bit like, you can remember the Hair Bear bunch?
Yeah, it's the Hair Bear bunch.
I like the one with the yellow hair bear. That's what I look like.
You have to Google that now.
The Hair Bear bunch.
We're going to, just whilst I Google that, we've got Hair Bear bunch. We've got the mini dies with a 45% saving on these. US only, should be $63. Not today. They are $28 if you are a platinum member. Leann's got, I just have to Google this, Hair Bear bunch. Let's have a look which one. Sorry. Oh no, I've got, sorry. No, this is funny though. Images. You're the one with the, ain't that? Yeah, this one. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's me. That's what happens when they cut me hair too short, and it literally just goes up in a curly little halo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's you on the phone afterwards, isn't it? Going,
Yeah,
oh,
it is. What have you done to me hair? You've cut it too short. It's bounced up.
Right. We're going to have a look at the mini dies, a 10-piece collection.
Now, can I just check, because I think I've got a mistake in my bundle here. This, I think that Dreamy Dragonfly is not one.
It's been in there in the past, but I don't think it is in
So it's not now?
Oh, you do?
You do? Randomly you get this?
Random.
Oh, right, okay, good, right, okay. So you've got a brilliant Dreamy Dragonfly Edgeable, which is incredible. And I love this because if I just turn it round, this will also go through your mini, your Gemini Mini. And so you can see it gives you this lovely little dragonfly border, and you can see there, you can put it across the width of your card, but because it's not more than 3 inches wide or 6 inches long, it'll go in your Gemini Mini folder. So you can use that, it's gorgeous. You've got that beautiful little border. Then we've got this little collection here, which I love. These are little love hearts and little letters, and then the word love cut in, and a couple and a little like speech bubble. Just very, very useful little set. That is a little dragonfly die that you've got there to be able to do embellishments. You've got the same with a gorgeous little butterfly. Great for new little arrivals in the family. Little elephant, a diaper, a onesie, and a little nappy pin there.
Yeah.
A beautiful happy birthday stamp. This incredible set of numbers, so usable. Then you've got your little congrats in there as well, which is brilliant. You've got your special friend, and then you've got my favourite, your little sewing set with your scissors, your embroidery hoop, your button, your little bobbin reel, and a reel of yarn. And then when you use these, Ben, for all they're small, and you're using them with your mini, you actually get beautifully sized embellishments to use with your card makes, and you get lovely sized sentiments. You can see here with the special friend. Here, look at the dragonflies that we've got on the front there that have been glittered, make a lovely little statement. Here you can see your lovely butterflies. There's your butterfly again in glitter card with a little congrats sentiment on there. Here's some of the hearts and little envelopes I was talking to you about as great little embellishments if you want to do those. There's a little box for a gift for a baby with the little diaper and the elephant, etc., which is gorgeous. And you can see your little dragonflies used in a different way there too as well, just to make your toppers. So for all they're small, they're mighty. And brilliant that they'll work in the Gemini Mini. And for all it looks like a tiny set, actually the pieces inside, if I get this one open, oh look, that's open but there's no die in it. Let's open one. What's this one? Yes, let's open this and show you. The dies themselves are actually a really nice size. They're a good size for embellishments. Look at that for the little elephant there. It looks tiny on the package.
Yeah, it does.
It's not tiny.
No, it isn't.
It's a really nice size. The same with the little onesie there and the diaper pin. Just a really great set, Ben.
£28. That is US only, though, if you do want to jump in and grab those. Last chance, Saloon, to get your questions in, because we will be heading to Essentials Corner very shortly indeed. I believe we've got 7 questions so far, so we've still got plenty of space for you. The Chameleon ink pads, we've got a showstopper in the UK of all 6 colours. Individuals in the US, if you want to jump in and grab these. These are just incredible, incredible, the Chameleon pads. beautiful shimmering colour, which changes depending on where you lay these down, what colour cardstock you lay this down onto. Look, you can see all of the 6 colours that you've got here. It's that kind of formula of the dye and pigment bringing you, I mean, which is, this one here always gets me, look. So the tropical glow on like white, for example, is that beautiful like orange, and then you flick it back and you see the colour you're going to get on the black. It goes like a green. Like, yeah. I mean, it's, I still find it hard to compute this. This one down here, the sunrise sky, so you've got that beautiful blue onto the black cardstock. Are you picking it up as well as I can see that? It's like a purple. Yeah. You're almost getting with this. There you go. Look at that. Absolutely incredible, Leann. I think an ink pad that everybody needs to have in their ink pad armoury, right?
Yeah, I would agree, because it's great for backgrounds, it's great for stamping sentiments, you can heat emboss with them, you can blend with them, you can do all of your different inky techniques with them if you want to, and you can just do lovely backgrounds. The real joy of these is all of the different techniques with your embossing folders, with your stamps, with your background techniques, with your stencils, with your daubers, with your blending brushes, so many different things you can do. They're absolutely incredible. I've got a piece of white and black card here, so I thought I could show you just quickly how easy it is to do that. We're just going to swink, which is swipe your ink. And so this one is the Rainforest Glow. And so if I just swink my ink, Rainforest Glow, across those two and then dry it, always dry, because you get a more intense view of the colour when you dry it. Yeah. And then I'll wiggle my piece of paper and card. And what I've done is I've laid a piece of white card over the top of a piece of black card there, so that when I swink it and then wiggle it at you...
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
You can see it's gone from green to a beautiful blue-violet. Yeah. Depending where you are. And even on the green, though, the interference will still show through. So you can see, for all it looks green from one angle, when you twist it, you get that beautiful blue interference revealing itself, which is incredible. And then you can see here the same will happen with this, which is gorgeous. I love this blue one. You like the sunrise sky, don't you?
Absolutely, yeah.
And then I'll do the magenta radiance. Oh, yeah. I love that colour. That is my favourite. These next two colours are my favourites: magenta radiance and passion fruit punch. I love them so much.
Packs a punch, the passion fruit punch.
Yeah. Said like that Debbie Robinson there. Right, and then let's just dry them quickly. Yep.
I've got all your questions now, which is brilliant. So we'll ask those shortly.
Right, that'll do. And then if I pick this up and show you, you'll see that you've got the colours and then how they change and interfere and show themselves, reveal themselves. To try to get that blue one for you. It's a really deep violet. You can see that pink, you can see the punch, you can see the blue to the green. It's absolutely incredible. You will not regret these in your stash for a second. Just get some black card and some white card and stencil through them. Put them on in a buffer folder. It's going to look incredible. You'll love them.
Thank you, Ruth. Says Ben, I've sent you some more clips and screenshots. I'm sure you have. I always appreciate those. You always capture me in the most awkward of positions, but I love it. Good morning, Stephanie Theodos. Hi to Lindsay, who says, for a real treat when in Edinburgh, go to the Dome and have a high tea.
Somebody else has told me to do that, and we've never been, and we plan to try and go.
Karen Cronin says, Northumberland is so beautiful and very dog-friendly. We went and celebrated my 60th last year to Bamborough, and the year before we stayed at Alnmouth. Liz McLean says, Aberdeen is beautiful. The beach is lovely too. Liz, I went to Aberdeen with Sarah on the theatre tour 4 years ago now. God, blimey. And just got a lovely feel about the place. We were obviously only there on a flying visit, but yeah, I really liked Aberdeen. And Alison says, we went to Edinburgh on the train from Alnwick. It was stunning. We had an amazing 2 weeks there. We went to Warkworth Castle, Bamborough, plus Alnwick Castle and Gardens as well. So maybe I need to go north for my holidays. Go north. I'm going right in just a few seconds to go and ask some questions to Leann, because we're going to do the questions which you guys have sent in. Everything on the homepage for you there. Lots and lots of things on the web, including beginner's guides, including links to new series that you can find, and also very handily now on the homepage, the Shop the Day button, so you don't have to kind of go scooting around the website to try and find all of the things on the show. It's literally there, look, a little purple button. Click that, and then away you go. But also, look, you can see me and Sheila there. What are you laughing, Johnny? Oh, he's laughing at my smile. Have you heard this conversation?
I have, yes. I think we need a stooge. So we need somebody who's standing in front of you when you get your photograph done, like trying to make you laugh. Yeah. So that you can do a proper smile. There, you're doing it now.
Yeah, but that's because I am laughing. But then when someone points a camera at you and goes, right, smile, I can't do it. I'm like Chandler. What? No, but I am
like
smiling now,
if I came along and I stood like behind the camera and like cracked a joke, had a laugh with you, and so that I got you laughing, and she did snap, 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 would that be better?
It might be, because then she'll just go, oh, like, smile, and I'll be like...
Because if I literally stood there and went... Would you laugh? Yeah. If I was like the phantom raspberry blower?
Yeah, if you did like a... Yeah, but when they go smile...
Right, okay. Next time you get your photographs done, I'm happy to come and be the for you.
Yeah. You can use my sound machine if you want.
Yes. Yeah.
Because you take a nice picture, I think.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think I do. Well, thank
funny,
you.
Isn't it? It's funny what other people think about other people.
It is, yeah.
Because so we'll get your question in a second. Sarah is the queen of like having her pictures taken. Because have you seen her where she twists her head and does the
twists her head,
thing?
she moves her hand, she turns. Yeah, she's incredible at it. Yeah, I can't do that. I feel very awkward.
So I feel very awkward with cameras, but if you go, oh, we're shooting a video, I'm quite happy to be in a video and do whatever you want, but standing there having a picture taken.
Yeah. And the really awkward thing, like when we're doing like a birthday event or something and they're going to put confetti in your hands, and so you have to stand and go like you're blowing, but there's nothing there. Yeah. And you have to pretend like you're really excited to see whatever's coming out of your hand, and like, oh, look at that.
Yeah. Or that one. Look excited. I can't...
I know. You've got something in your hand, you're really happy to see it, you go,
yeah.
It's really difficult.
That's quite good, that, yours.
Thank you.
This is mine.
That's not bad. That's like Littlewoods catalogue, that.
Oh, Littlewoods, yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, I used to love the Littlewoods. I used to love a catalogue. Don't we do catalogues now, do they?
Don't know.
Bonnie Bookworm. Questions. That's been a good show, isn't it? It's been a great show. We should do this again. Bonnie says, how do you position dies so they cut out the stamped image correctly? This is a great question, because yesterday I was doing some crafting with Sheila, and yeah, so you stamp out your image. I'd coloured in the little bookworm from the bookworm collection, and obviously the die fits quite nicely, but I was looking at it thinking, well, I could place it quite tight, or I could move it away slightly. Yeah, where do you put it?
What was the question?
How do you position your dies so they cut out the stamped images correctly?
Right, now I understand. Well, there's two things you can do.
Two schools of thought.
Two schools of thought. If you struggle to stamp and then cut out the die, hold it still on your stamping platform with a bit of dotty tape and stamp over the top of it.
Right.
It makes it easier. However, what you're doing if you're putting the die over the stamp is eyeballing, just trying to get the black line of the stamp evenly touching all around the aperture of the black line. But if you struggle with that, then I always say to people, stop struggling, cut out your white piece, keep it still, stamp on top of it, because the stamps are acrylic, you can see where you're putting it.
Next question, also from Bonnie. This is another good one. How do you get a good crisp stamp image with ink pads? Does the type of ink pad you use matter? The
type of ink pad is critical. And so if you're colouring your images, you only ever want an alcohol-proof ink pad for alcohol inks and a waterproof ink pad for anything you're going to put water at, or water mediums. And to get a crisp image, you need to be using, like if you try to use, for example, a Harmony Water Reactive for that, you're not going to get a crisp image. The only ink pads that are going to give you a very crisp image are our finesse ink pads, that's what they were designed for, or a quick dry. You need something that dries quickly to give you a crisp image so that you don't get any smudging or diffusing of the ink.
Next question from Sandy. Oh, this is a good one. What is the difference between photopolymer and acrylic stamps?
Right, so acrylic is moulded with a liquid into a predetermined mould. So it gets poured in, it's a liquid and it sets, and then you peel it out. Polymer is done by exposure to UV light.
Oh, right.
So they're both liquids, they're just two different types of liquid and their manufacturing process is different. Polymer is firmer and superior to acrylic and more expensive.
I was going to say, hence why you pay more for the
yeah.
photopolymer. So we're all learning here, aren't we? A good one again here from Jeannie. How do you use the 3D Collal glue gel without making a total mess? Now, again, I've seen our team use this in different ways, straight out the tube, using the syringe. Like, what's your take on it?
My go-to is if you're worried about the mess that you're getting in, always use the syringe. If not, then you're taking tiny little bits off, just put a little bit up, never squeeze it out of the tube onto something so you're getting big lumps or globules of it. Just squeeze a little bit up so that it, like toothpaste, comes out a little bit, slice it off with a poker tool or a craft knife, something like that, and just pop it down. But if you are getting in a mess, just use the syringe. Buy the tube that has the toolkit with it and you won't get in a mess.
And when you dispense that into the syringe, always leave a bit of space because I think people overfill that sometimes, don't they?
Yes, if they fill it right to the top, then it's all going to come back out the tube at you. So 2/3 full with a syringe when you put the glue in and then leave room to get the plunger in.
And one other thing, just to touch on whilst we're on this subject, just chat to us again as well with the 3D glue gel, the housekeeping to make sure it doesn't dry out.
So when you've used your 3D glue gel, you're going to, before you put the yellow cap back on, you're going to squeeze it so you've got a tiny little dome of glue gel showing. It sounds scary. You think, I'm going to glue the top to it. It isn't going to work. Oh my word, I'll never get in it again. No, you want a little dome of glue, then screw the top on. That flattens the glue, which seals the entrance and keeps the whole tube airtight. It means it won't go hard.
How do you use hold and release sheets, says Sandy? Mine just seem to cut right through the whole sheet.
I think maybe check your sandwich. Check your sandwich. Take something out of the sandwich when you're using your die cutter, because that shouldn't happen. So check the sandwich that you're using. You might not need the magnetic shim.
There's 3 more here. Alex says, this is a good question. Is there a foolproof way of layering up circles and oval die cuts evenly? She says, I always seem to be slightly off, especially with ovals.
Right, so what I would do, if that's the case, is get a pencil and an eraser. And when you've got your biggest oval, then take the next 2 sizes down. Let's say it's 2 sizes down the oval where you're going to lay the next piece. Place those dies loosely on top, mark a line with your pencil lightly, glue on your next layer, rub away any pencil line, and it'll be perfect.
Scottish lady's having problems with their guillotines. They've got both the small and large. She says they're fraying the paper. I never get a clean cut. What could that be? She says, can that be fixed?
I think you might have cut some things that have taken the sharp edge off the blade, so you might have been cutting lots of different things in there, which is fine. Get some very fine grade sandpaper and chop that a few times, or some tin foil, some aluminium foil, and chop that a few times, and that should bring your blades back to where they need to be.
And one more from Vicky.
One other thing, just with the guillotine, don't be hesitant.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so when you're putting it down, don't do crunch, 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 crunch. Is it going to fray? Is it going to cream? Am I cutting all the way through? Am I going all the way through? Is it just whoosh.
A confident chop?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a very good point, actually, because if you go slow, it is naturally going to be a bit more jagged.
And your card might move.
Yeah, yeah. And one final one from Vicky says, I used red liner tape on the festive construction acetate to make boxes. It didn't stay together, so I added more red liner tape. So it was tape to tape. It didn't work. What should I use? That's unusual,
we would
isn't it?
always suggest a red liner tape. So was it our red liner tape? Did you have something, has something got onto the acetate to stop the glue from sticking? So if that's the case, on your acetate, I would clean that with a bit of rubbing alcohol or a bit of hand sanitizer, something like that. Clean the acetate before you stick, and then the glue should stick.
And that was that. I really enjoyed that. Some fantastic questions there as well, actually. And we do that each and every time we bring you an Essentials Corner. That's not to say, of course, that you can't ask questions anytime, but that's the kind of main point of this show. And we're back in an hour's time. You're going to be masterclassing with the Gilded Age. So again, we're quite happy to take questions, and we're quite happy for people to, if they want to see something in particular, we're happy to do that, aren't we?
Yeah, we are, absolutely.
And apparently I'm going to be stood with you, so help or hinder.
Okay, you choose.
What was I doing yesterday what was I doing? And Sheila was getting... Oh yeah, I stamped something yesterday. And I don't know why. We stamped it on some paper. It took ages to dry, and I was just hindering her. Then I was making her laugh, and yeah, it took a lot longer than it should have. Hey, but we filled the hour. That was the main thing, wasn't it? Yeah, that was the creative challenge. It was more of a challenge for Sheila. All right. I thought my help was pivotal. There was no way she'd have got that challenge done if I hadn't been there, because I was cutting and colouring and all sorts. I coloured the wiggly worm.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see that.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much. We're back for, I might just watch later on. We're back for Masterclass in an hour, and then tonight, live at 6, we've got another fantastic show, Team Treasures. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye for now.